Hello everyone and welcome back to Packs and Recreation. And today we are back at it with the saga of the weird blisters, I guess, where I say like, oh, have you noticed? This is a weird product. I should make a video opening one. And there was an error. I got a box. Then they sent me a box of another thing just to mess up with me. And then this thing has just escalated beyond recognition, because this time is a very big box, as you can see. And it doesn't contain as much things as you can imagine, but it does have a bunch of things, because this time, my dear friends, what the blisters are is kind of late, I will say. This video arrives kind of late, and I think that's the reason why they have no problem in giving me a bunch of blisters, because this really sounds like extra stock, because these are from the back to school packs of Pokemon Paldea Evolved. So back to school like in January, I guess, so it's not really back to school. So this is interesting. This is from Paldea, and this is one of the few that I'm like, you know what, I'm actually kind of digging this. So you have two at any point. It includes 2 booster packs and 1 eraser. So, and that eraser can be Lechonk or Smoliv, there you go. So Lechonk or Smoliv, which I love both, and both are very Iberia, right? So Paldea. So I don't know. Let's go see how it goes. As you can see, and you can imagine by looking at the other crazy episodes in this saga, half of this is Lechonk and half of this is Smoliv. And you know, this is another one of those products that is really a product that is in the aisles, is to be in the aisles of the supermarket. Like they invest a bunch of plastic for the sake of grabbing the kids' attention, and kids can be like, see, it's an eraser, and the parents can be like, yeah, okay, I guess it counts like school material. So let's start with Smoliv, shall we? We're going to look at that eraser, which is the start of the show here, and then the boosters are just boosters. So we got one from Paldea Evolved and one from Scarlet&Violet, so they are really, you know, flushing stock in here. And the Smoliv eraser, which, one second, is actually pretty heavy, huh? Like, you wouldn't expect it to be this heavy, and it's actually very well detailed. Like, I had Pokemon figures with less detail than this. I can't erase with this. Come on, like, it would be so cruel to erase with this. It's actually very cool and very heavy as well. Like, it feels, you know, like a small lead figure or something. Maybe not as heavy as lead for these dimensions, but it's very heavy. And, you know, it's an eraser, but I wouldn't erase with it. It's like very pretty. Again, it's better than a lot of Pokemon figures that I bought over the years. And it's certainly better than some of the promotional figures that they give you when you like pre-order one of the games or something. Like, this Smoliv is actually pretty cool. Now, can it stand? I don't think it can stand. Nope, it doesn't stand. So it's for you to have it laying down like this, which is actually kind of cute and cool, but at the same time, it's very creepy. Like, come on. But I love it. I really love it. Like, no joking. I was expecting nothing, and I really love this bad boy right here. There you go. Points for a Smoliv. So let's do what we always do, I guess, and let's go opening boosters as we open the blisters. Although they will mix both. Oh, okay, that's actually a good point. It's going to mix Paldea Evolved and Scarlet&Violet. Whatever. So Slakoth, Watrel, Fuecoco, Brambling, Honchkrow. I always like the first set or the first 2 sets every time a new Pokemon generation is released, because those are the ones where they like focus more on the new Pokemon and stuff like that. So, well, I'm saying this and then Primeape appears. But everyone loves Primeape. Am I right, guys? So, Primeape. Let's put a Smoliv here. I don't even. Ooh, Ledge, not bad. In foil. Marill. Me talking about new Pokemon. That's also a thing that we discussed in other videos, right? Like, they don't only focus on new Pokemon. They also bring, like, ooh, Lokix, let's go. It's Kamen Rider, basically. They also bring some of the old ones so that things are balanced and they don't use all of the new Pokemon at the same time so that they don't, run out of the fuel so fast. You know what I mean? Man, these things are so big and so heavy. And it's actually kind of a cool thing that they come in the Pokeball, in the plastic, because it protects the thing, even though I don't think they need protection. They are very hard. And also gives that, Pokeball look. But on the other side, you saw the size of the box, and it's only like that because the Pokeball need to fit against each other. Otherwise, they don't fit in a box. So, Zangoose. Just put this guy here. So, Zangoose, Krogunk, Dedenne, Kirlia, Toxtricity of this city, let's go! Mousehold, Crocalor, tengo. Squawkabilly, which is actually, ironically, this is one that I should sing to, and I am not going to. Riolu, Revavroom, we're gonna love some of the names, which is a steel type, so you can tell that they added steel later, in this case with, well, actually, yeah, Paldea evolved. Feast energy or fight energy or whatever, and code for you. Now, for the sake of let's test them all, let's open one with Lechonk. Now, Lechonk is, see, like, the packaging is amazing. But again, it didn't need to have this much protection because they are both very bulky. Maybe this one is a little bit more sensitive to damage, but Lechonk is just a tank. It's just an absolute unit. So not much point in there, but I digress. So, olives and pork. You can't go more Spanish or Portuguese than that. Apparently, I can't open this blister in any reasonable way, so... Oh, apparently you can do this, which is not recommended, but it is what it is. It can crack, so that's fine. Booster 1. Booster 2. A part of me is thinking that we should just do all boosters. And then, see, it comes with double protection, which is crazy. Now, if you thought that Smoliv was heavy, Lechonk is very chunky. It's an absolute unit. Look at this. And, again, very detailed. This one, actually, because of the... Like, this one is easy because, like, 3 colors, 3 pieces. And then the face is black. So that's cool. But Lechonk has more colors. And it has, like, multiple transitions between colors. So you can see that, you can see that it's an eraser, but still it's a very nice looking eraser. I won't be able to erase with Lechonk, man, come on. And also everyone loves Lechonk. It's so chunky and so cute. So look at that, absolute unit. Let's see, Paldea evolved. Noibats, okay, so we have dragons. We don't have to imagine them anymore. Combi, Glimmet, Frigibax, Ace-Q, Ice Baby, Iono, there you go. Knucklestack, look at this photograph. Iono again, but this time in foil. Slackoth, which more than a slacking looks like it gave up on life. Hydreigon, nice. A green energy, because it can be for bugs or for grass, and a code for you. Now, Scarlet&Violet. Starly, which is like an eraser, so it looks great. Tarountula. Waterl again. Krokorok. Nestball. Pachirisu, always wait. Picnic Basket. Which is fun that they went with picnics for Pokemon Scarlet&Violet. It's like, well, that's not a very, whatever. Magikarp, what a nice looking Magikarp card. Magikarp is whatever, but you know. Jump apparently doesn't have flail, because I mean it will be very bad to have that in a card. It's not that it's not bad in the games, but at least you have other options. Seviper, which also looks great. Ooh, Professor's Research from Professor Sada, which is based on the past. So she is Sada from Pa Sada, which is past or past one, because it's referring to a woman. Because pasado will be past as a whole, or past in masculine, and pasada will be past in feminine. So there you go. And then you have the Professor Turo, which comes from futuro, which is future, literally. So they didn't hide their cards too much in there with the namings. Let's open another Smoliv. This time I'm going to go faster here, because... But yeah, as you can see, I pulled them from the box, and a lot of them are damaged. So yeah, they really calculated their chances in there. It looks cool, and it's hard to steal. That's why it has another plastic one. Still, I think if you are mischievous enough, you can steal it regardless. So it's not like it's going to stop you or anything. Boosters. Another Smoliv. My house is going to be full of Smoliv at any minute now. It's just a shame that they don't stand on their own, because, you know, at least they didn't do that thing that they did in the 90s with the erasers. That is that they had a hole in the bottom so that you can put your pencil. Because having a pencil with these things being as heavy as they are, I wouldn't recommend that to my worst enemy. Like, you can't write with that. So, Jigglypuff, Tadbulb, Girafarig, Superior Energy Retrieval, which is not a Pokemon. Sudowoodo, Pelipper. Pelipper in normal? Really, guys? Magikarp, different art, but always, you know, because it's a different set as well, so they are just mixed here. Tarantula and, ooh, Copperajah EX. Let's go. Bronze Body and Nosequake. Okay, I can do that. So basic energy and a code for you. Not bad. So far we have 2 good pulls. Ralts, Growlithe, Shuppet, Tandemaus, Defiance Band, Drifblim, Nest Ball, Ultra Ball in foil, Ralts, Indeedee, which, okay, basic energy and a code for you. Now this is for the thumbnail. Let's go. Like, look at these two. Like, how can you not love this? What an absolute crazy thing. If you're going for value as an eraser, like Lechonk is a way superior choice. But I mean, both amazing. Like, and Lechonk actually can stand, which is like Smoliv. It could stand if they maybe just went a little, you know, without the legs or something. It's a shame that it doesn't stand, because that way they just are sitting like this on the table. Like, please don't pick me up, which is just like, sorry, bro. Sorry, buddy. I need to erase. I need to erase my mistakes, such as buying all this. Another one. Let's go for another Smoliv. It's the very least. Like, of all the blisters with random stuff, I think these are... this one is dirty, so... Like, as with real olives, not all of them are perfect. Sometimes you want the promo, but most of the times the promo is just whatever, you know? Like, it's not going to change your life or anything like that. So, it's just because you like the Pokemon, and sometimes they can see the gimmick, like when they did the blisters with the evolutionary chains of the starters and stuff like that, because people love starters, or because of a very popular Pokemon or stuff like that. But the last two we did, like, those Pokemon were not super duper popular or anything. They were just like okay. So it was like okay, the blister, like a Pikachu coin, which is like okay, is the one with the less personality of all the coins, because everyone has one. Then it's like, okay, so a card or an evolutionary lane of a Pokemon that you may care about, likely not, and then a booster. It's like, okay, thank you, nice. And the only difference with this is that it comes with 2 codes, because it comes with a code for the promo cards and then it comes with a code for the booster pack. And this one only comes with a code for the booster pack, because this has no value in the game. So you actually get the codes. Like, what are you going to do with an eraser in the digital game? Nothing. But of all the things that the TCG has done so far that are clearly targeted towards, children in the supermarket, in the cashier, in the last line of defense, while your parents are about to pay their groceries and stuff. Of all of them, I think, all of them feel very predatory and just like, oh, look at this, shiny, like there is no real value here, and so on. Of all of them, come on, don't make me pull the big guns. Okay, I'm going to. How many people with the big guns proceeds to do the smallest scratch ever? Come on. Because, you don't want to stab the booster, you know what I mean? Like... What the hell? So, there is that. Likely having gloves doesn't help, but there you go. Damn. So of all the children's products, I opened another one and there was still a booster. Oops. Of all the supermarket aisle products, this one is, I feel, the one that is less predatory, or at least the one that actually has some sort of value that I am like, okay, that's cool, I can buy that. Because, it's an eraser, yes. And you're likely thinking, like, who uses an eraser anymore? Like, just kids in school, because no one writes things by hand anymore, blah, blah. Long live computers and our AI overlords. And I will be like, yeah, sure, I guess. But even if you don't want to use them on erasers, which I am not going to, like, if someone asks in the comments, maybe I can do a follow-up where I just write a bunch of random stuff on a notebook and try to erase with them. But I really don't want to erase with them. And you're certainly, I think, like, bro, you have like 20 of them. Can't you just spare one? It's like, maybe, if someone asks, because it's really a shame. Like, like they're really well done. Like these erasers, right? Like both Lechonk and Smoliv, like they're pretty nice. Like they're very heavy, very dense, and But like, imagine starting erasing with these or with the legs of Lechonk. Like, they're just going to transform into very horrible things, and they look nice as figures. So even as figures, these are some of the best that Pokemon Company has included with some of their stuff, and some of the best in terms of if you buy your figures based on weight, these are the best as well. It's not hollow plastic. Is rubber, baby. There you go, Smoliv, right there. One of the protagonists of the evening. Wiglet, Grivard, a piece of cardboard. And not the good cardboard. Miriam. Lucario, always nice. Rock Chestplate, which is imagine a Pokemon with that. Rotom. Arboliva, which is the last evolution of Smoliv. Miraidon in foil. So, not bad right there, the bad boy. Fire Energy and a redeem code. This was the booster that we forgot. Wiglet, Wiggletty, Trio. Toad's cool. See, like, that's a tentacle that just walks, so like they could just call it like Paldean Tentacle, but I guess, yeah, whatever, right? Sandile, Houndoom, nice art. Electric Generator, Wook Trio, nice. Again, it could be like Paldea and Dog Trio, but whatever. Like, no, but it lives underwater. It's like, yeah, and the Galarian Meowth that transforms into a Viking. What is that, right? Judge, Lucario, amazing looking Lucario, bro. Seviper, oh, and I see a prize in the back. What it will be, what it could be. Gyarados EX evolves from Magikarp, and that's good because we have a bunch of Magikarp. Nice looking, and the foil in all the right places. And he's also a Terralized Gyarados, so I guess that's why it's water instead of flying or something. Nice looking, nice card, nice pull, if I say so myself. Basic energy and a code for you. Now, what's next? I guess another Smoliv. So we have 4 Lechonk, 2 Smolivs left, without counting this one. So 3 if you count this one. So very painful to open. All these blisters, man. It's just such an awful. Smoliv, beautiful. It's going to start spreading them across the table. You know what? Let's just focus on blistering them. Again, some of them they took some damage, so I guess they did the correct tests for this. Oops. They haven't repeated anything like this, as long as I am aware, at least. But again, Back to School needs to come back, I guess, so we should wait for the next year. But I really like this, and also I think that these 2 Pokemon really allow themselves to become erasers because they are both are very spheric. So it's easy to see why they picked these 2, even though they are, not the same size or anything. Although at any point, if they want to, they can just pick Jigglypuff again and just do it. But it's nice that they picked these 2. I think they are 2 of the most emblematic Pokemon from Paldea. And they decided to make them like the Back to School material. That's pretty nice. And overall, again, I have to insist, I really like this. I wasn't expecting anything, and I was like, yeah, well, whatever, erasers. Actually, when I don't know, a friend of mine told me like, oh, they release like these erasers, or rubbers, or whatever you want to call it. I guess it depends on the country, because rubbers can have a different meaning. But let's call them erasers, sure. So my friend was like, oh, they release these erasers, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I swear to you, what I thought they were supposed to be is like this old thing that they released. That I think we have somewhere, and we haven't opened them yet in this channel. But basically, I thought it would be like the basic erasers, like those that are like, a white eraser that is like a coin or like a different shape. And it just has like some drawing on top, and it's just white on the borders on the back. So it's like, oh, it's a drawing of Pikachu, and it's just like a normal eraser. It just happens to have Pikachu draw on top of it. So I thought it would be erasers like that. Not three-dimensional Pokemon figures that happen to be erasers. So overall, nice surprise. I can't recommend this enough. I can't believe that I'm like flipping my life over this. I just think it was a really nice surprise. And again, some of them really took some heavy damage. Most of them Lechonk ones, which I think are the heaviest ones. So again, if you go for value, yeah, Lechonk is your boy. He's not only bigger, but it's heavier. So I think that's also why these blisters are all damaged. But look at this. Look at this boy. So, see, pieces of plastic everywhere. Kind of crazy. And if you really want to go like Ned Flanders' wife and go like, think about the children. Well, some pieces of plastic and my gloves even gave up midway. So I guess change of gloves. I'm like, I don't think this will cut you, you know, but maybe, because I mean it cut my gloves. So after I open the two last blisters, which are both Smoliv blisters, I'm going to change my right glove and come back, and we just open the boosters. Look at this thing is amazing. And like my desktop is just going to be full of Lechonks and Smolivs, and I love it. And the last one is a Smoliv as well. Wait. This one was easy to open. Again, they kind of try to get rid of old stock. There is our boy Smoliv. This one is dirty, so that's another thing. You can, I guess, you can rub it off and see if it goes, right? It goes away. But that's another thing about this, which is, yeah, they are figures, but if you pull one that is dirty, well, sucks to be you. Now, change of gloves, or like at least the right one, which is the one that is cut because of the blisters, so no joking with the blisters. And I will come back, so you will just see a jump cut, and we will open all the remaining boosters. So to show you some behind the scenes, don't try to put a glove on after you had another glove and your hands are sweaty, because you will have a hard time, like Jeremy Clarkson on Clarkson's farm, and things like this will happen. So yeah, beware of darkness. Yeah, this is not cooperating. So we have two options. I can do the video without gloves, and I can do it like this. So let's try and do it like this, I guess. For the sake, like, look at this. This is, come on. We'll try with another glove, but that's it. Okay, after a jump cut, more or less, not perfect. Like, certainly my pinky is not collaborating, but hey, it is what it is. I feel sorry for anyone that has to put a glove with a, like, see, this is what it makes it ugly, but whatever. Let's go. Let's continue with the video. So, Paldean, Fleetle, Seviper, and my weird thumb, Houndour, or Houndour, let's remove Smoliv from here, Cetadel, not to confuse with Totodile, although maybe that was the joke, I guess, Rock Chestplate again, Team Stargrunt, Sangus, Energy Retrieval, which is a thing in foil, Floatle, Quacaval, or Quaquaval, which comes from Carnaval, so I guess that's the thing, and Basic Energy and a code for you. Now, for my next magic trick, I think I fixed the gloves more or less. Let's do a Paldea Evolves booster. Misdrivos, Sneasel, Gotita, Marill, Kilowattrel, which of the name because Wattrel, Kilowattrel makes sense. Azumarill, or you know, the Raichu to Picablu. Vespiquen, Great Ball, is a great ball right there. Reyor, or Relor, I guess it's Relor. Oricorio, which I love it. A Water Energy, or Blue Energy, because it comes for Ice Ice Baby as well. A code for you, and we continue. We march on in this Paldean journey full of erasers. Dolive, so we had the full evolutionary lane, that's nice. I don't think we pulled any, have we pulled any like chunks? I don't think so. Quaxley, so we're just missing the middle one, and then we'll have the full evolution. Ponyard, Crushing Hammer, Team Stargrunt, Sangus again, similar order, that's weird. Youngster with comfy shorts. Professor's Research, so it's Professor Turo, as I said, comes from Futuro. Tandemouse, and ooh, Ooh, let's go. Gardevoir EX. Again, I don't like this compared to the ones that show the Pokemon doing their life, but at least this one has a dynamic pose and doesn't look like a render just standing there. So not bad. Coolio. Gardevoir. And please don't be weird about Gardevoir, because people just really get weird about Gardevoir. There's even a card that we pulled in one video, I don't remember which one, that was like a, Pokemon doing their life kind of thing, and it was of Gardevoir, and it was just creepy looking. Even the Pokemon company, they just, they treat Gardevoir like a waifu, and it's like, it's a Pokemon, guys. Come on. And yeah, someone's going to be like, well, in Gen 4, there is a book in the library that says that Pokemon and people used to marry each other or something. It's like, yes, I know. That doesn't make it okay. Tropius, Dunsparce, Pomo, Tinkatoof, Bravely Charm, Fletchinder. I love this evolution. Ooh, another cool heavy hitter. This is one of those of Pokemon doing their life. Although Arctibax is doing whatever. I don't know what the freaking hell it's doing, but the card is beautiful, man. Look at that. It's like the world is painted by crayons. It's just amazing. Tyranitar in foil. So this is a great booster right here. Amazing booster. Dark Energy and a code. Another booster. Oops. Pomo, Toadstool, Rotom, Chansey, Sandaconda, Catty, Staraptor. Staraptor is in my books. Like Staraptor is one of the boys for sure. Pomo in foil, Armarouge in foil as well. And another crazy pull. Oh man, this thing is loaded. Toxicroak EX. Look at that bad boy right there. And I don't like the EX cards normally because they're just like too much in your face. But this one is, somewhat balanced. Cool looking nonetheless. Look at that. It's like a mirror. Jesus. So basic energy and a code for you, mi amigo. Now, Nimble, Shinx, Rocky D, Pikachu. Well, there's always place for a Pikachu. Paldean Tauros, which, it had to be because it's Spain. Practice Studio, Floragato, Morcrow in foil, not bad. Litleo in foil. And, what a crazy bunch of pulls! A Clodsire EX, another EX card right here, right now. You punch me like a drunken fighter right here, right now. So another code for you. This is the night of the codes. I think we're halfway there. Not of the whole video, but like of the remaining boosters. Pommy, Smoliv, love it. Wiglet, Grivard, Toxtricity of the City of the Suiti Crocodile. Again, the same mix of songs. Muck, Sandaconda, which is great. Why not call it Paldean Ikens? Ooh, Great Tox EX, another great looking card. This is like a crazy rhythm for pulls, guys. Come on. Like we're getting a pull per booster for the last like 4 boosters. Like this is crazy. So not bad. Like it's not, I'm not going crazy over it because its life is just sitting there in the middle of a sandstorm, but it's cool nonetheless. Arboliva in foil, which is always great. A basic energy and a code for you. Paldea evolved. Wingull. Pineco. Tinkatink. Mankey. Everyone loves Mankey. Right, guys? Another crazy pull. Look at the spoiler. Giacomo. Which is weird because that's an Italian name and whatever. Talonflame. Heracrox, which is great. Cetodal. Frigibax. And the pull. Chien Pao, like crazy. Again, this is like, of all the types of special cards, this is the one that I like the least. Like, I prefer the EX that are like in your face to these ones that are just like a render with an outline. Still looks cool, kind of simple, but looks cool. Basic energy and a code for you. Well, I guess this is the booster that's going to break the pace, because, I mean, 5 or 6 boosters with 5 or 6 crazy pulls. I mean, I can't ask more than that, for real. Magneton, Clawitzer, Graveyard, Mischief, Staraptor, one of the boys, Electric Generator, Wugtrio, Shroomish in foil, Dolly in foil, and Cloth in foil. So yeah, this is the bundle. This is the booster that ends the streak. But hey, 5 or 6, I didn't count them, but 5 or 6 with 5 or 6 special cards, that's the stuff. That's worth all the Lechonks we have in here. Nimble, Shinx, Rockity, Pikachu, Zuelos, Zvilas, Mousehold, Setitan from Setodal, Tropius. I always like and dislike Tropius. Tropius looks like this thing that should be very badass, and it's like flying for some reason, even though it's gigantic. And then it's kind of silly looking and not very powerful. So yeah, Garganacle, basic energy, and a code for you. Another Scarlet and Violet booster. Quaxley is there for us. Squavet as well. Charcadet. Lechonk. There you go. We have our boy in here. Lechonk and Smoliv have appeared. Heracross again. I always love the cry of Heracross in the cartoon. It's just so badass. Driftblim. And Heracross was always so badass in the cartoon as well. Sorry, in the anime. Chansey. Oop, another crazy pool. Let's go. Iron Threads EX. Well, that's not the best looking card ever, but it's certainly nice looking. Not bad. So, not bad at all. And a whole Lucha foil. So, can't ask more than that. We're getting a crazy good amount of pulls. It doesn't mean, disclaimer, the usual disclaimer, because in case this is your first video for some reason, if you buy one of these or a bunch of these, it doesn't mean that you're going to get these pulls. Maybe the probabilities are better than in a booster box, just because these are random boosters that they just put together in blisters. So that's why the probabilities are better. It doesn't mean that it's always going to be like that. As you saw, we also opened a bunch of them that didn't have anything special. So it's completely random. If you see a card that you really like, ooh, Corviknight, let's go. If you see a card that you really want, just buy the single. It's going to be cheaper for you and for everyone. And, unless you really want a bunch of erasers. But then again, it's going to be random. You're not going to get the same cards. And it's no guarantee that you're going to get like special cards or anything. I'm also actually very surprised at the pools. Baxcalibur, let's go. Dark Energy and a code for you. Second to last, Scarlet and Violet booster. Vavroom, Clauncher, Skiddo, Quaxley, Paxton Quigley, that's the song. Toadscrew, Mousehold, Vitality Band, Catty, Brooksish, yeah. Cloth again, but like different art, fighting type or earth type. Basic energy and a code for you. And now for the last booster of this video that I thought it was supposed to be fast. It wasn't, because there's actually a lot of boosters, a lot of value, and a bunch of erasers. Let's see what the last booster has for us. Can we actually do a better pull than what we did so far? I don't think so. So, Paldean Wooper, sadly not a Whopper. Pikachu, Cufant, or Coffant, I think it's Cufant maybe. Pupitar, Flamigo, Bombirdier, which is always great. Pyroar, gotta love it. Abomasnow, and Ooh. Actually, it's a good pull in the last one, guys. Let's go. Tinglu EX, even though I don't really like this Pokemon. You can, unless you know the Pokemon, you can't really understand that drawing either. But hey, Tinglu EX, Courseland and Land Scoop. Not bad for the last pull. Hey, what a good box of blisters it has been. Basic energy and a code for you. And basically, that's the loot. Now, besides a couple of erasers that are dirty because that's the game, I guess. See, like the Lechonk here with a spot, or like some of the Smolivs with, like, you know, they are erasers after all, not figures. But I really have to insist, as figures, these things are great and very, very, very heavy. A lot more heavier than what you will expect. So I really like this. My only if is that Smoliv doesn't stand on its own like the Lechonk does, because it has 4 legs, right? So it stands. And you can actually even put it upstairs, like looking up, and it holds because of, you know, the bottom and the legs. But Smoliv, sadly, like, this is great, and this is, I guess, how you're supposed to do it, and this thing is holding it in place, the leaves, but it doesn't hold vertically, which is sad in case you want to you know, put it in a shelf or something. Yeah, so this is more to be like on your table. But hey, very good. Amazing pulls, I think, but correct me in the comments if you think I got it wrong. What do you think about the pulls? What was your favorite pull? And what is your favorite eraser of these two? Will you buy this? I am in love with these things. So there is that. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time on Packs and Recreation. Bye.